Welcome back to Alliance War, Season 37, War 9. 4 Loki is facing one of the MIBRs. I never know which one. I've got 8 fights, almost all of them Corvus fights. First up, Path 3A, an Omega Sentinel. There's really nothing here that I need to worry about because I can armor breaker with Corvus. And so my plan here is to get my first of ultimately 3 Corvus charges during this fight. I use the Cosmic Power Back boost and a Power Start 1, simply building up to the Special 2. I decided not to try and go for the auto block during this fight as I'm not entirely comfortable with Omega Sentinel's auto block. And I figured, well, I'm going to fight Modok later. Ha ha ha. I'll get that charge then. So the next fight is a Warlock. I've got a 1-charge Corvus, and this is about as easy as fight as you're going to get on the map. I do spend a moment reading these notes because I don't think I've taken Path 3A since they changed the nodes, and I wanted to make certain that there wasn't any cruel surprises. Spoiler alert, I do get cruelly surprised later on a path where there were no node changes, and I understand the interactions. I just played like total garbage. But this fight's over in, 20 seconds? Whatever. So now we move on to Path 2B. This is the strike counter path. First up is an Apoc. This is the second Corvus charge. So once again, I pop the Power Start, build up to the Special 2, and that's all this fight is over. I do have on the recoil tree with only 1 point in recoil, but it's 1 Special 2. I just need to get a little bit more power for the second Special 2. I do. Of course, the Kabam is always the best at throwing its specials, but a second Special 2 and the fight's over. I only used a 150 power back. I thought the 200 might be a little bit too much. I am taking like 6 fights in a row, and I knew I'd be gaining a couple charges. So now I've got 2 charges against this Modok. My plan is to trigger the auto block, then parry heavy, but parry fails here because of the node. I then eat a heavy attack. Of course, it's Modok's 7th attack in the fight. So now I've got it full of incinerates. I go to throw my second heavy attack. I am late because I freaked out over the first one. I then had 2 bars of power, but of course Modok beats me to throwing a special because Kabam always wins. So that was just a total clusterfuck of a fight. It was just such an easy fight that I could not have played any worse. 26 seconds, I barely did any damage. I didn't get the third Corvus charge. Just a total freaking disappointment. And so I spend some items, go back in, and now I'm going to do this fight the way that I should have done this fight the first time. I have played like total garbage since I've gone on vacation. It's not vacation's fault. It's completely my fault. I just, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm in a total funk. So I did play golf today. I took a beautiful photo of some of the rolling hills at the golf course, and you can just bury my corpse somewhere out there. It's quite beautiful scenery. All right, next up I'm going to use Nebula for this one fight on node 46 because of the Proxima synergy. I start with 10 of her shock charges, so I'm just building up power so that way I can just nuke with the SP2. There's really nothing overly complicated in this fight. You want to try to avoid dexing just because of the nonsense with the node, but I mean, once you get up to 2 bars of power, you get that parry, you throw the SP2, the fight's over. It's almost as fast as Corvus. All right, now we're going to move up to Mini Boss Island. I burned some more energy refills so that way I can finish my path in 1 fell swoop on 1 set of boosts. I've got a Kingpin here on 48. The only annoying part about this fight is obviously when Kingpin throws his heavy like he does right here. Here comes the Fulter timer. So I've got to wait that out before I throw my SP2. But, 2 SP2s for this rank 4 Kingpin, and that should be all she wrote. Okay. I'm going to heal up a little bit as I did after every fight this war because I played like total trash. Yep, there's me using one of the refills. I used 2. But now we've got a bishop fight, and this is bishop on conflictor, and really I'm not worried about parrying. I'm just worried about getting to my special 2, because once I do, this fight is also over. Yep, and now it's over. Why couldn't I have played like this earlier? All right, final fight is this Hyperion on the crazy power gain node. And let me tell you, this mother gains a lot of power. So it's the same shit as always. Get to your special 2, throw it. I end up actually, the power gain on this fight is a little ridiculous. This hype is not as SP1, SP2 happy as others that we usually encounter. I mean, so he, of course, shoots straight up to the special 3, which is fine. You can pretty much tank 1 special 3, the first one from hype, without too much problem. So I just wait for my Corvus charges to come back, and then I can throw my SP2. I throw a second SP2. You can see he's healing because of conduit, so I kind of have to panic throw my third SP2 and hope that that is enough damage to get past conduit and get him down, and it is. So that fight is over. A dangerous fight, solely because I continue to play poorly, and I'm just looking at it and just shaking my head, and I got a little message for Modok here. My wife was like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "Modok can eat my..." Well, yeah. But, you know, Kabam's going to censor me. That's it. 8 fights, 1 death, total trash. Have a great night. Take care.